Hi, this is Rain from LJMB.Online and welcome to our vlog. Today I'm going to discuss about 3 tips in creating high-impact slides.
So let's start. As you can see on my screen, I am showing you the cover slide that I will be using for our today's topic. How to create high impact slides the LJMB way. Let's go through each of the 3 tips. So the first one is ODO, the next one is 3 R's, and the last one is 2 I's. Let's go to tip 1. Tip 1, ODO, is overview, details, overview. When we say overview, 1, this is the summary of what will be discussed. It can be a list of tips, list of techniques, and list of items. So the purpose of this one is to prepare the participants or you as my audience of what you can expect from the topic. Just like what I did earlier where I showed you this slide, I'm actually preparing you of the topics that I will be discussing for this video. So I mentioned tip 1, tip 2, tip 3 without giving any specific details. Now let's go to the next one, details. One slide per detail. So here, as you can see from an overview, I went into details. Like I mentioned, let's go to tip 1. And then I'm discussing now the topic. So the purpose is to give focus on the specific topic that you will be discussing compared to just creating one slide and then placing all the text here. It can be too wordy, too texty that people will lose focus of, oh, nasan na siya? Where is he now? So here, it's more structured. And then the last one is the overview. So what we just do here is to copy and paste the overview slide. The purpose of this one is to recap. So recap what you've discussed. This is also the time for you to check for understanding, questions, aha moments, or concerns. Later on, I will show you a recap slide of this one with just an additional call to action. So let me show you another set of examples. So this one, we're talking or discussing about the best technique and giving feedback, the 3 requirements. So this is an overview of a topic, awareness, acceptance, action, and then we'll go into details. So we deleted the other items and then focus on the first item, and then we place the details here. And then we go to the next topic, and then we went back to the overview slide. Now let's go to tip 2 or 3 R's. Remove bullets, resize, and recolor. Let's focus on item 1. Remove bullets. Bullets are unnecessary shapes or items. In LJMB, we just look at it as just decorations. When you're presenting, when you are a trainer, it's best to ensure that all elements on your slides are useful and aid for your presentation. Numbers or letters will easily help you point your audience to the topic. It can replace your need to repeat the word or phrase or sentence all the time, especially when you're recapping. It can also help preserve your voice. So instead of let's go back to resize, all numbers letters should be 30 to 50% bigger. I can just say, or you can just say, let's go back to item 2. Instead of saying, let's go to item 1, remove bullets, use numbers or letters instead. I can just say, let's go to item 1, right? Now let's go to item 2. See what I just did. The numbers or letters that you use should also be bigger. This will help you and your audience easily find and focus on that item. Like if I tell you to go to item 2, you will easily find it. If I mentioned recolor, you can easily find it. Not just that, but it will also help you retain that keyword or phrase more. If your audience only have 1 to 2 seconds to look at your slide, With your keywords or phrases bigger in size, they can retain it more compared to your supporting words or content. This slide is already an example of it. And that's another purpose of recoloring. See, you can easily find the recolor word here for some samples. Resize, recolor, resize, recolor, resize, recolor. Now let's go to tip 3. Use images and icons. Don't use clip arts. Clip arts are so 2000. So use images and icons instead. You can go to Canva or you can do a Google search. Next reminder is use relevant images and icons. Like if your audience are Filipinos, use Filipino looking photos. Why? Because they can relate to the image more. Unlike when you place a foreigner there, they will just say, oh, that's not us. Or they can't be too involved on your slide. So, for example, you're presenting to a bank where they wear formal clothing. Use a photo that represents that instead. And when you're presenting to a global company with mix of different generations and countries or races, then use a relevant photo that represents that too. And last example is when your topic is about virtual meetings and you're presenting to a Filipino audience. So look for a photo that represents that instead. I know it can be difficult. It might take more time compared to just getting anything on Google, but it will give more impact, more engagement with your audience. And last reminder is to use high quality images or icons. For images, a minimum of 1000 pixels are recommended. For icons, a minimum of 250 pixels are recommended. Why? Because when you use a pixelated photo or a photo with a watermark, it will make your presentation look cheap. So don't do that. Here are some examples. This one, like what I mentioned earlier, when you have a virtual meeting, virtual selling topic, and you're presenting to a Filipino, so it has to represent that instead. When you're showing a mix of different generations, so you get a photo that represents that. So we place this icon here that represents transfer of knowledge. So you would know that this slide is about coaching and transfer of knowledge. And those are my 3 tips in creating high impact slides, the LJMB way. ODO, 3 R's, 2 I's. Apply these 3 tips now and start creating your high impact session slides.
To get more videos like this, click subscribe and hit the bell icon below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and share this to others.